right, good afternoon. This is Coach Big Pete of Deep Dish Football and the Wing Report. It is time now for another conference preview, second to last conference preview. It is the Fox Valley Conference, Land of the Giants, aka Land of the Giants, that I like to call it. So first, again, follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpete@fp@gmail.com. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask away. Uh, Deep Dish Football Live is going to be every Wednesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. on Facebook Live via the Deep Dish Football page. Breakfast with Coach Big Pete back for the third season on Saturday at 9 a.m. After Friday night, go over what happened, stats, players, coaches, who gets the coach of the night, who gets the pumpkin spice donut of the night. So it's going to be a very interesting season. Let's get ready to kick off football. So let's talk Fox Valley football for a bit. Prairie Ridge, Jenkins, Samson Evans, they have graduated. And I've said this numerous times, and I've said this before. This is a type of offense. This is a type of team based on discipline. It doesn't matter who is under center, who is with the ball. Samson Evans was one of the most talented players in the state of Illinois. But again, it's a team based on discipline. And they have a great group of juniors and sophomores that are coming out of the woodwork for Prairie Ridge. And Prairie Ridge, again, looks good this season. I have the Fox Valley Conference in a three-headed race, and I have two surprise teams on the bottom. Now, just a quick reminder. Predictions, previews, and that, they mean absolutely nothing. You have to play the game. What is up is down, and what is down is up for next season. A team could be bad for one season, and then the next season they can be good. There's so much parity in high school football. That's the reason why you got to love the game, because anything can happen. And that's the beautiful thing about this game. So, I got Prairie Ridge as one of my top three teams, my three top dogs. Carter Evans, he's going to be a sophomore, Samson Evans' little brother. He looks great. Salerno, another kid to look out for. Very interesting this summer. Picked up a lot of eyes and glances this summer. Linden, I'm going to mispronounce this last name. Kohlberger, defensive back, hell of a player, talented kid. He's going to be a huge asset to Prairie Ridge. And Riley Smith, offensive lineman for Prairie Ridge. Now, again, Prairie Ridge, they graduate talent. And Samson Evans, one of the best in the state. Jenkins, one of the best offensive tackles in the state and in the Midwest. But, again, it's a team based on discipline, and at offense, you can work wonders with it. And Coach Shrimp does a great job with filling the positions of his team. And it'll be another great year for Prairie Ridge. That's a guarantee. Huntley. I have Huntley as my second team. Great team. Coach Z does a great job. Mooney's gone. But I think the key players to look at are Ronell Knoll, Passarelli, Brad Walker, and Chris Raffin at quarterback. And I think Huntley has enough talent that they can challenge Prairie Ridge. But it'll be interesting to see. I think the main question will be I like their offensive line. They've got a great offensive line. A little bit of the pass rush you got to take a look at. They have a good pass rusher in Brad Walker. He's one of the best in the state. But besides him, it's going to be interesting to see. Ronell Knoll is going to have a huge season this season with Huntley. Now we get into Jacobs. That's my third team. That's my third and final team. Joey Price, offensive tackle, one of the best in the state, the best in the Midwest. Zonta, underrated pass rusher, just does the job. He's a man of basically, yeah, he's undersized, but he gets the job done. Basically, he collapses the gap. He just does an unbelievable job pass rushing. He does it all, and Zonta's one of those kids that is going to be huge for Jacobs. Cole at quarterback, Cole Burgo. I'm going to mispronounce last name. Sorry, he's a young quarterback, but he's going to be very vital for Jacobs. Their secondary is great. They got, I believe, a senior and a junior on the corner position for Jacobs. Jacobs secondary looks great again this season. Now, some teams that very interesting. Cary Grove, cornerback Bagel, Addison West, and Boyd. Cary Grove again plays that physical smash mouth football. They have some of the players to do it. They graduated some key players last season, but Cary Grove is definitely a team to keep an eye on. Crystal Lake Central, Drew Jenkins, wide receiver, Anthony Beck, wide receiver, Jack Munn, and Aiden Lant, offensive tackle, very underrated offensive tackle in the state of Illinois. Now, my two surprise teams, Dundee Crown. And Dundee Crown has had some pretty bad seasons in the past, but I think Dundee Crown's getting on the right track. Josh Raby, a quarterback, Ibera, running back. They have another good running back, and Michalowski. They have another tall, lean wide receiver too. But Dundee Crown looked good. I saw them on a few 7-on-7s. Saw some of their players on some of the camps. Was very, very impressed with Dundee Crown. Keep a very good close eye out for Dundee Crown. I think they can be a surprise team. My next one is Crystal Lake South. And I know because of last season they had a losing record, but I think this team actually can challenge a lot of teams in the Fox Valley Conference. Trevor Keegan, stud offensive tackle. Last offer was from USC. He's the real deal. Dominic Lotto, he's got, I think it's 3 offers, and he's going to be a junior. Again, great kid, hell of a player. Huge. When you got Collado and Keegan on the ends, jeez, that's damage. That's damage right there. If you got to say something, that Crystal Lake South offensive line, you got Del Toro, another guy. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous offensive line in that conference and even that state of Illinois. And Stork at linebacker. That's another player to look out for too. Now, two of the last teams. Hampshire, Zach Golden, Jimmy Ellis, and Jake C. Now, here's the thing about Hampshire. This is what I like. I like their athletes. They've got some great athletes. They got some great skilled players at the wide receiver position, at the defensive back position, at the running back position, at the linebacker position. Great players. What scares me about Hampshire is their line. If they get that figured out, this is a team, basically Hampshire, to look at the first 2 games. Because after they do the first 2 games, you got a feeling where they're going to go with their season. But these players are great. Zach Golden, met the kid, great kid. Jake C., great kid. Jimmy Ellis, another player to look out for. So keep an eye out for Hampshire. McHenry County, Brandon Crowley, tight end. Wide receiver. Adam Benton's the tight end, the young tight end to look out for, and Paul Zunkel at linebacker for McHenry. So it's good. It's an interesting Fox Valley Conference this year. Prairie Ridge not at the level they were last year, but they got a great youth movement, and that's very key. So I got Prairie Ridge, Huntley, Jacobs. Those are my 3 teams as I see as a 3-horse race in the conference. Dundee Crown, Crystal Lake South are my 2 surprise teams. Really like Dundee Crown. Was impressed with what they have this summer. Crystal Lake South, unbelievable offensive line. Crystal Lake Central, great group of athletes. Cary Grove, smash mouth football. But again, some of their players graduated. They graduated a lot of players actually. I'm forgetting the guy's name. Brett Groves. He graduated. Jacobs, Joey Price, Zonta Cole in that secondary. Again, I think Jacobs has the right players in the right positions that you want on a high school football team starting the season, the whole season. And with no injuries, yes, you can say all in high school football, with no injuries, you can do good. But especially Jacobs, they'll be a force to reckon with. McHenry is a team I'm looking out for, not this season, but next season and the season after, because they got some great young players on that team. So you want to keep an eye out for that. And Hampshire, like I said, they had great athletes, but it should be an interesting season in the Fox Valley Conference. Remember to follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is coachbigpetefp@gmail.com if you have any questions. If you like my work, feel free to leave a tip/donation on the bottom, link via PayPal. It's on deepdishfootball.com too, and I'll put the link on the bottom as well on too. But it should be a good season. I will be at Huntley tomorrow for the Huntley scrimmage. Should be a fun time. Thank you so much. Good luck to everyone in the conference, and have a great day.